भजो रघुपति राजा भजो रघुपति पावन
बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की बोले श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की sincere seekers of the divine truth. Coming to the most important lesson and subject in the Ramayana, devotion. These are not the words of any saint or even of Maharshi Valmiki or Tulsidas Ji. These are in the words of the Supreme Almighty Godhead Personality Himself, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji. I had given a very brief description and explanation last night that how in 11,000 years Supreme Almighty Godhead Personality, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji, only once gave the divine wisdom for the human welfare. In there, Bhagavan Ramchandra Ji very clearly specifies the path that would lead one, the practice that would lead one to the attainment of happiness. The only one way to be completely freed and liberated of all kinds of pains, miseries, tortures, and attachments, and darkness and confusion. of ignorance and Maya. Everything will be taken care of. And perfect love, perfect peace and happiness shall be attained. These are in the words of Bhagavan Sri Ram Chandraji himself. Jo paralok, the abodes above. Iha sukh chahahu. If you wish to attain sukh, happiness, in one word place, which comprises of love, peace, and happiness, either in this world or in the worlds above. तो जो परलोक यहाँ सुख चाहू. If you wish for this, then sunu mama vachana vidaya dirghata. Then listen to my words, says Bhagavan Ramchandraji, and firmly establish it. Keep it in your hearts and minds. Write it in the golden words, as Jagat Guru Shri Gopal Mahaprabhu of beloved Gurudev always tell us. Swarna Akshara mein likh lo. In other words, keep it firm, absolutely perfectly firm. This wisdom in your hearts and minds. That means never even in dream forget it. This is what Bhagavan Ram says. Suni mama vachana hridaya dirghata. Sulabh sukhad marag yah bhai. Brothers, sulabh, very, very easily attainable. Anybody can practice it. It's easily attainable to everyone. And sukhad, it's filled and endowed with perfect happiness and brings only and only exclusively bliss to one. This path, sulabh sukhad maragaya bhai, bhakti mor puran shruti gai, my devotion. This is one time when Bhagavan Ramchandraji directs the devotion to his own supreme form as God. Devotion to God. Devotion to me, who is the supreme God. Lord Krishna, all the time in Bhagavad Gita, Man mana bhavam bhakto madhyaji mam namaskaro, do bhakti to me alone, surrender to me, all throughout. Right from the beginning when he appeared on this earth, Supreme Almighty Lord Krishna started the Natak and the Leela, showing to the world that, look, this is who I am. You accept it, deny it, ignore it, whatever you want to do, do it. I am the Supreme God. My father is not going to take me out of this jail. I am going to take my father out of this jail. That newly born baby, yes. Baap ko lekar farar ho gaye. But Bhagavan Ram Maryada Purushottam keeps it all very secret about his divinity. But here, for the welfare of mankind, for our welfare, we are very ignorant beings. We have very limited understanding. And we will start to do kintu parantu kyo mein kyo, ifs and buts. So Bhagavan did not want to leave any room for any doubt here. No benefit of doubt. Very clear. Anyone can understand. So the Lord is saying, Sulabh sukhad maragaya bhai bhakti mori Purana Shruti Gai. All the Puranas and all the scriptures sing about this devotion to me. And here the Lord is talking about devotion to himself. And then further he says, Bhagavan Ramchandraji, Kahahu bhakti pathak kavana prayasa yog na jap tap brat upavasa saral subhav na mana कुटिलाई और जथा लाभ संतोष सदाई. This bhakti of mine, what is in it? Look, my dear ones, says Bhagwan Ramchandra ji. This bhakti does not need any practice of any other kind or type. There are so many practices which are actually inculcated in the Vedas itself. By me itself, lots of dharma, lots of karma, lots of paths, especially three paths: the path of action, the path of knowledge or yoga along with it, and the path of bhakti. All these are there in the Vedas itself. However, forget about every practice. Like human individuals again will start to do kintu parantu kyo mein kyo. They'll start to apply their minds and intellects. Oh, this is not what Prabhu Ramchandra means. This is what he means. So Bhagavan Ram again makes it extremely clear. This bhakti of mine does not require japa, the counting on the rosary beads, japa, tapa, ghor tapascharya. Just by going into the jungles, one will find me. By doing austere penance, one would find me. No. This bhakti does not include all these things. These are not known as bhaktis. These are different practices, no doubt. But this is not the bhakti I am talking about. Kaham bhakti path kavana prayasa. Tell me, in this bhakti path, in this path of bhakti, what prayas do you have to do? What prayas means efforts. What efforts does anybody have to put? The effort of doing the japa? No. The effort of doing the tapa? No. The effort of doing the brata? Today is my fasting, tomorrow is my fasting. With fasting alone, I will be able to practice this bhakti. Kahau bhakti path kavana prayasa yog na jap tap makh upavasa. Yoga practice? No. Makh means all the fire sacrifices, the yajna, the havan, the yajna. No. He counted it and told us what he means by all these other practices. So listen to me once again. I'm going to repeat the words of Bhagavan Ram once again for all of you. Prabhu Ramchandra ji says, Kahahu bhakti path kavana prayasa yog na jap tap makh upavasa. All these are not needed. Then what is needed in this bhakti? What does this bhakti include? What is this bhakti which will give me happiness? Sarala subhava. Number one thing, sarala subhava. Sarala subhava anamana kutilai aur jatha labh santosh sadai. Three things. Become extremely innocent like that child. Completely clean in your heart. Absolutely simple. Simplicity. Complete simplicity. Without any cunningness or crookedness in the heart. Very plain simple. Like that innocent child. Sarala subhav. By nature, your behavior, your character, your internal being, and that which will be reflected in your external actions. Very subtle. You don't think too much. You just think of one thing. And that is the Lord. And that is the teachings of the Lord. That's it. That's where your mind is always engaged and absorbed in. And you live your life without any crookedness or cunningness. No sprucing up. Bantanke, no 400 BC. According to the Indian Penal Code, 420 means all chalaki, 400 BC, crookedness, cheating, deception, etc. Nothing. Saral Subha. Very saral Subha. So saral is the Subha that if somebody says you stand up and go, you stand up and go. You don't question that person. You are visiting the person and the person says you go, you go. Saral Subha. You don't start to fight and argue. That's not your place anyway. But if it's your place, then you'll be adamant. If somebody says to you, stop doing bhakti, you won't. You won't. Because that is where you are immersed in. That is where you are absorbed in. So Saral Subhav does not mean if anybody says anything and you do it. No. This is where we make the mistake. This is where we go wrong. Saral Subhav means that you are very simple and plain hearted person. Just like that innocent child. You don't play any crookedness. You don't think too much why, what, when. Everything is his kripa. But as far as he is concerned, you are very strongly bonded. Nobody can shake that. मन में कोई कुटिलता नहीं. There is no cunningness, no crookedness in the mind whatsoever. No negativity, no bad thoughts. And jatha labh santosha sada. You're always contented and satisfied with what you have. With what you get. You don't look into others' plates and say, oh, why didn't I get this? How come he is eating in the golden plate and me in this plain, just paper plate? You don't compare. You don't argue. You don't feel jealous. You don't compete. Because you are contented with what you get with your efforts. And you are very happy. Somebody was telling me today, or asking, Didiji, why don't you have your, speeches and lectures on the YouTube, etc., and then there will be lots of this, whatever you call it, rating or something? I said, I don't think about these things. Neither do I want to know about it. Even if I know about it, so what? I'm contented. I'm serving my Lord, my Guru, and I'm serving my God, and I'm serving all those dear souls who would like to listen to these divine discourses, the divine teachings from the greatest of the sages, saints, Gurudev, and also from the scriptures, and put it into life. That's all is here. So be contented. No hustle and bustle. So this bhakti, it needs only these three things. Very simple things. You don't have to put any effort into it. You just have to be who you are. Just be who you are. And be very plain and very simple. Internally. And external behavior also should be the same. Reflection of that. Sarala Subha. Namar Kutilaya. People's mind they think lots of mischief things. Lots of, they only sit and think about every, sometimes it can really stress you to that degree if you start to think about people that it will be not only extremely difficult to live in this world, impossible to live in this world. You know why these people, so many people are depressed and stressed? So many people, without the sleeping pills, they cannot sleep. Without the painkillers, they cannot sleep. All this pain, all these things, these aches, all to do with your mind. Everything is to do with your mind. Diseases will come, sicknesses will come, everything can be tackled with a very, very big, broad smile as well. Jnani bhukte jnanate, amurat bhukte roy. The foolish, they will have to go through life but crying, complaining, taking aid of all these pills, etc. Whilst the jnani, the wise, the one who is devoted to the Lord, and that person is wise. The one who is devoted to Maya is the fool. So the wise who practices this beautiful bhakti to God, he will go through life also. She will go through life as well. All the prarabdha karmas are all there as well for that person from the uncountable past lives, but with a broad, big, broad smile. No complaints. Thus, devotion, remember, is nothing but simplicity of the heart, no crookedness and cunningness of the mind, and be contented with what you get. If this quality is in you or is sprouting in you by practicing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Bhakti, then know that you are on the right path. Or else you need to quickly correct yourself. Bhagwan Ramchandra Ji further on says that this bhakti of mine can be practiced by anybody. Prabhu Ramchandra Ji meets with Mata Shabri. Shabri, a tribal woman coming from Bhil tribe. She was Bhilini. She was considered to be untouchable at that time, but very simple. People would mock at her, ridicule her, throw stones at her. Very plain and simple. She would never think about anybody. She'd never retaliate. She'd never fight back with these people. And these people were just not any common people, because in the jungle where Shabri used to live, they used to live Maharshi Matan, far away. And it was Maharshi Matan's disciples actually. The students, you can say, students, who were learning the Vedas under the guidance of Maharshi Matan. So these were Brahmins, great Pandits, scholars, getting all the scholarly wisdom of the Vedas and the Shastras. And they were the ones ridiculing, yes. So they are Saral Subhav now. Man mein kutilta hai, yes. And yet they are practicing devotion under the guidance of Maharshi Matan, yes. A great God realized Mahapurush, yes. So don't think that, we have our Guru, Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Mahaprabhu, he will build all these qualities in us. No, you have to do that. It is not the fault of the Mahapurush, of the saint, if we do not become simple-hearted and minded people. If we do not take out the crookedness and cunningness of our hearts. If we are not contented with what we get, that is our wrong. That is what is needed for us to do. The sadhana bhakti, the practical aspect of devotion, is getting our antahkaran, our minds, our hearts cleansed, clean, filled with simplicity, hearts and minds filled with only total devotion for God, no cunningness, straightforwardness, no crookedness. contented with what you got. No comparison, no competition, nothing. Shabri's heart was already the heart of a true, genuine devotee. Though she had never learned any scriptures, though she had never associated even with any saint, which saint to go to? She had no strength to go to Maharshi Matan. Maharshi Matan is a true, genuine saint. He will never ridicule and abuse and insult anybody, be it even Shabri, who comes from a Bhil tribe, who is considered to be untouchable. During Rama Avatar, that is, in Treta Yuga, where Maryada is at its epitome. Yet, a Mahapurush is a Mahapurush. Mahapurush is filled with all love and bhakti, and imparts and showers love and bhakti unto all. This is the quality of bhakti. Purusha, Napunsak, Nari Nar, Jeev, Charachar, Koe, Sarva Bhava Bhaja Kapat Taj, Mohi Param Priya Soi. Be it Purush, male, Napunsak, eunuch, Nari, ladies, female, any human being, and be it the stationary living beings like Ahilya the rock or Tulsi the plant, like the plants, not only the Tulsi, any trees, any living, stationary living beings are the stones, rocks, and plants. They have life, but they are not mobile like us. Or the mobile living beings like you and I, animals, birds, and beasts, anybody. If Sarva Bhava Bhaja Kapata Taji, they practice this bhakti without any kindness and crookedness and chal kapat in their hearts. They are most dear to me. So this is the quality of bhakti. This is the call of bhakti. Just as such bhaktas are dear to God, so are such bhaktas very dear to even the greatest of the God-realized saints. So Mata Rishi would have any time accepted Mata Shabri. But it is the students of Maharshi Mata who meet Shabri on the way and who met her many times on the way and threw rocks and stones at her and criticized and condemned and insulted her and abused her. But Shabri, Salat Subha, like that innocent child. Lost and drowned in the thoughts of the divine, in the thoughts of divine goodness. No crookedness of the mind. No negativity can have any room. There is no room for negativities to creep in. She thinks even good about them. She takes every stone, every rock thrown to them, every word, every swear word which comes to her as Ram Prasad. Every word sounds to her Ram. People would swear at her and criticize her and insult her, and she will hear only one thing, Ram. 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 We try to listen to what people say. And we try to do bhakti, very contradictory. You'll never become a bhakt. Even if people are talking right in front of you, try to learn to shut yourselves from every talk. But you may say, Didi ji, we need to do business in the world. Do only business for business sake. That is it. When you have to do business, do it. And then your mind is now, again, engaged in thoughts of your beloved. Do your work. And then, immediately the work is done, your mind is in your Lord. You don't start to chew over it. think over it, reflect on it, introspect on it, and make a big Mahabharata and Ramayana out of it. No. We all can do it. We have to learn when to shut and what to listen and respond and finish. So Shabri already, without attending any discourses, without any association with any saint, she had that bhakti, that true bhakti in her heart, which means the simplicity of the heart, the non-cunningness of the mind. And she was absolutely contented with what she was and how she was, living in this jungle, under the shelter of the trees, having only probably one pair of clothes or no pair of clothes or whatever it was, just tied leaves around her body or barks of trees. She's contented. Thus, Shabri, finally when Bhagwan Ram comes to her, but before Bhagwan Ram comes to her, Shabri already was graced by Maharshi Matan. Maharshi Matan once called for the person who used to come and clean the place quietly, secretly, and put the firewoods, and put the flowers, and put the fruits in the ashram. So one day, when Maharshi Matan asked for his students to catch hold of that person who has been doing this for years and years without coming out in person, anytime, at that time, Matan Rishi, when gave this instruction, the disciples got hold of Shabri one night, that night. And in this night, Shabri, as usual, came when the ashram lights were off, and she thought everybody had gone to bed now, and she quietly comes and creeps into the ashram, puts the firewood, the fruits and the flowers for prayers, and cleans the place. And as she comes close to the ashram, keeping everything, all the disciples, they gather around her in a circle. They don't touch her, because these disciples, these students, they think Shabri to be untouchable woman, dirty woman, a woman full of filth, and a woman who is such a disgrace in the society that if they even touch her, then they will get polluted and they will be also punished by the Lord. This is the lack of understanding. This is the extent of their ignorance, and they are staying in Maharshi Matan's ashram. They are ashramvasis, and not of any guru. Maharshi Matan, once again, God realized Mahapurush. Yes. So it is all the mind, remember. The impurity of the mind. What can Guru do? What can God do? Nothing. So they say, we won't touch you, lady. You are the chore, the thief, the robber who has been coming here, and you have sinned our ashram. You have made our ashram also filled with all kinds of filth, and now our life is doomed to hell. That is why our Guruji wanted us to catch hold of the person who has been doing this all this while. We have been eating food, the fruits that was touched by you, the untouchable dirty woman, all this. Again they continue to criticize, condemn, insult. Shabri is crying, please forgive me. I shouldn't have come here, but I couldn't control myself. I saw you all, Mahapurush, and I just wanted to save you all. Please, please let me go. No, we are going to take you to our Guru, and our Guru is going to give you the punishment. So they finally make Shabri walk as they walk towards Maharshi Matan. As soon as Maharshi Matan catches sight of Shabri, Maharshi Matan falls at the feet of Mata Shabri and says, "Oh Devi, oh Goddess, the purest of the pure soul. My life is blessed, is absolutely blessed. Today I have had your darshan. And now my time on this earth is finished. My work is done. Saints look for only one such true devotees. Bhagavan Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatata siddhe yatatam api siddhanam kaschit mam veti tattata. 7th chapter 3rd verse Bhagavad Gita. Out of millions who are seen to be worshipping me, rarely there is one who truly is my devotee. Who has, basically saying that who has these devotional qualities which Prabhu Ram has told us. Saral Subha, Naman Kutilai, Jatha Labh Santosha Sadai. Such a devotee is very rare. We're all selfish people filled with so much of arrogance and ignorance. Thus, Matan Rishi was looking for such a devotee. Today he's found it. And he gave all the bhakti dana. Guru is happy, God comes. Naked feet, barefoot, running, and not straight, ulte. Ulte pair daudte aayenge. Basically, so to say, that the Lord will be just rolling and coming, flying and coming to the devotee if the Guru has been served well with all love and devotion, if the Guru is happy with the devotee. Today, Maharshi Matang is extremely thrilled with joy seeing such a devotee. And all the bhakti comes to Shabri. Whatever she was lacking even is all given to her by the grace of the Guru. All that contentment is there. And she was asked to stay in that ashram, to live in that ashram. The rest of all these students who were learning all the great Vedic wisdom, who were serving the feet of the Guru, some were massaging the feet, some were washing the clothes, some were cooking food for the Guru, some were fanning the Guru, they were 24/7 with the Guru. All of them fled away. They all ran away because they did not have Saral Swabhav. They had kutilta in the mind, and they were crooked in their mind basically, and they were not contented. They had no bhakti quality basically. They did all the japas, tapas, vratas, everything they probably did in the ashram. This is a very, very special example. I may talk about it again and again. And you may listen to it again and again. But try to sip it in slowly, slowly, and come to the core of this teaching, why this Leela is taking place here. What is Prabhu Ram teaching us? What is the simplicity of devotion? What is the purity of devotion, devotional heart? Mata Shabri is saying to the Guru, no, I am so fallen. No, I'm untouchable. No, I'm a tribal person. Oh, Gurudev, please, please. What sins have I done that you are asking me to be in this ashram? Guru is saying, no sin, my dear child. You have done that devotion, you've got that devotion, that none of my students even got. So you are going to be here and wait for Prabhu Ram to come. The final result of a saint's seva, service, devotion to a saint, dedication to a saint, sincerity towards the saint, which Shabri had towards Mata Rishi. Quietly she was doing all this. The end result of the fruit of it is Bhagavad Prapti. It's Prabhu Ram's Prapti. It's the realization of Bhagavan Ram. And he is on his way. Anytime he can be here. And my time is up. I'm going. With the Yog Agni, the Guru leads. And Shabri is now instructed by the Guru to be in the ashram. And the rest of all the people, all the students, they left the ashram. They criticized their Guru. They said Guru Ji ka dimag kharab ho gaya. His mind is out. Guruji's mind is out. This is what the disciples are saying. Yes. And nothing strange. I have seen this in my life with my Guruji. How people used to come and surrender to him, fan him, press his, massage his feet, and sing the glories of my Guruji, and do the artis and puja, and then leave him, and abuse and criticize, and become the greatest criticizers and Gnostics, atheists, filled with so much of negativity and bitterness. So this is what these people are doing, the students of Mata Rishi, criticizing, condemning their Guru. What is wrong in their Guru? They think everything is wrong in their Guru, when everything is wrong in these people. They have no bhakti in their heart. They have no sincerity and honesty and simplicity. They are full of only crookedness. And that's what is reflecting upon anybody they see, even on the saints. Yes. So, they leave the ashram. And they said, we're not going to live in this ashram if Shabri is going to live. So Guru said, I'm not going to change my words. Shabri is going to live here. So they all left and they went and they lived in little huts, not very far from the ashram. Guruji was gone, Mata Rishi was gone. Prabhu Ramchandra Ji comes. When Bhagwan Ram comes, Shabri's dasha, Shabri's at that time, the whole state of Shabri's mind cannot be explained. She is drowned and immersed in love, in devotion of Prabhu Ram. Tears constantly gushing down her entire body, going through ecstatic thrill and joy, horripilation, perspiration. She doesn't know where she's in Kartabya Vibhur, what to do. Lakshman had to actually remind Mata Shabri, please, Asha Prabhu Ram to sit, because Shabri used to make a seat every day out of this beautiful clay. Beautiful, smooth clay, and then decorate it all with flower petals. When Prabhu Ram will come, he will sit here. But today she's in Kartabya Vibhur, she doesn't know, she's lost, she's immersed in ecstatic thrill, in bhakti. Thus, Lakshmanji Maharaj says to Shabri, please give seed. And then Shabri gives seed. Please give something to eat. And then Shabri then remembers that she had been picking all these berries every day and she's been tasting, but she wants to double check. She checks it again and she then feeds Prabhu Ram, only the sweet ones. See, there is no distance. There is so much of oneness, and there is no what you call etiquette. Oh, it should be this way, that way. No, it's just out of love, whatever is happening. Just like a mother would feed the child. Taste it, good, my child, here. She eats, she gives to the child. Dunyavi mother, the worldly mother. Shabri's love is so much, with so much of oneness. Shabri is tasting every bear, making sure that it is the sweetest one she offers to her Prabhu Ram. But before all this happened, before even Lakshman reminded Shabri of Ram, Shabri, when comes to little consciousness and looks at Prabhu Ram, she says, Adhamate adham adham atinari tin mahamay mati mand adhari. I am the lowest of the lowest. I am the lowest of the lowest. I am the greatest of the sinners. And I am totally dull-witted. Nobody can be any more duller than me, more ignorant than me. I am an ignorant, deluded fool. I am so dull-witted. And I am such a great sinner. And I am so fallen. And I am so low. I don't even know, kahi bhi di astuti karo tumhari. How do I do astuti to you, my Lord? I don't know anything. I don't know any prayers. I don't know the ways of honoring the Lord. Kaha Raghupati sunu bhamani pata. Manahu ek bhakti karanata. O Devi. O Bhamani. Devi means, oh, the pure, elevated, great soul, Mother, listen to me. Smiling Raghunathji says, Bhagwan Ram says, Manahu ek bhakti karnata. I only know one relationship, and that is the relation of devotion, of bhakti. Devotion or love, bhakti or love, synonymous. Love, divine love or divine love, devotion, if you say, that is bhakti. That's all I know. I don't see, I don't know, I don't look at anything else. Mano ek. I accept only one relation, and that is the relation of divine love, devotion. जाति पाति कुल धर्म बड़ाई, धन बल परिजन गुण चतुराई, भगति हीन नर सोहई कैसा, बिनु जल बारिधि देखिए जैसा. Jati, what caste, what cult, what creed one comes from. Jati and Pati, what kul one comes from. Very high kul, the kul of the Brahmins or the kul of the Kshatriyas. I don't look at all these kuls. Caste, cult, creed, class, etc. doesn't. I don't know all these things. Whether one is a great dharmatma, follows all the religious principles, rituals, rites, virtues, etc., does all these dharmas and karmas. I don't look at anybody's performance of these dharmas and karmas. बहुत बड़ा है कोई जिसमें बहुत बड़प्पन है. I don't look at all this name, fame, glories. Somebody can be very wealthy, extremely wealthy. Wealth cannot buy me. And wealth is not what I see. Whether somebody is wealthy or somebody is, we material people see people and say, he's a wealthy guy, he's not a wealthy guy, blah, blah, blah. God doesn't have eyes to see all these things. Dhan, bal means power. One may be extremely powerful. Like we had extremely powerful Ravan and Hiranyakashipu, etc., who could topple over heaven any time and rule heaven. These strength and powers, I don't see all these things. And they may have beautiful family life. They may be all very famous and everybody may be very favorable towards them. They may have no enemies, etc. There could be people like this, but these things don't attract me. And I don't see all these things. I accept only one relation, and this is the relation of divine love, devotion, nothing else. So, jati, pati, kula, dharma, parai, dhana, bala, parijana, guna, chaturai. One can be so skilled, such a scholar and genius, have all the great qualities and attributes, may be very clever, chatur. Lekin bhagati hina narastoi kaisa, but bereft of devotion. Such a person, without any bhakti at the lowest feet of God, is like the dry cloud. The dry cloud. The dry cloud, when it appears, everybody looks up and says, oh, there is cloud, it may rain today. And then all the crops may get some water also. And there could be some coolness also. But it's only a dry cloud. It's not the rain-laden cloud. It comes, appears, and then disappears. It's of no avail. No avail. It has nothing good to bring. Nothing good to bring. In fact, when the dry cloud is hanging too much, then the atmosphere becomes very suffocating. Thus, Without devotion, all this is absolutely good for nothing. Beautiful saying there is, Shariram Surupam Manovaikalatram Yashascharu Chitram Dhanam Merutulyam Yashoda Kishore Manovainalagnam Tatakim 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 Na bhoge na yoge na vavajirajo na kanta mukhe naiva vitteshu chittam Yashoda kishore manovaina lagnam tatakim 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 tatakim. All this beauty, all these luxuries, all this knowledge, all this wisdom, intelligence rather, and all this prosperity, wealth, fame, name, everything is there, but no love, no devotion at the lotus feet of Yashodananda Shri Krishna. Then of what avail? Of what avail? Of what avail? Good for nothing is all that power, all that beauty, all that prosperity, all that wealth, all that name and fame. Then again, suppose there is somebody who is completely detached from the spouse, no attachment with the husband or the wife, no attachment with wealth, has everything, every luxury and comfort and prosperity, and yet is completely detached. Suppose somebody is like that, then they will attract the devotion of God, right? Raise your hands up if you say yes. No? Suppose somebody's got all the comforts, all the luxuries, all the name, all the fame, but is completely detached from all this. Will he attract the love of God? Raise your hands up if you say yes. Put it up. I want to see. Okay, put it down now. Those of you who are doubtful, raise your hands up. Okay. Those who say no, put your hands up now. No. Put your hands up. They will not attract the love of God. They won't. You are right. And that is where the second verse says, Na bhoge, na yoge, na vava jirajo, na kanta mukhe naiva vitteshu chittam, Yashoda kishore manovaina lagnam, tatakim, 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 tatakim. Pure detachment. Completely virat is that person. Vairagya. Detachment is a must for all of us. Detachment from all the worldly attachments must come. But will that detachment, even despite the fact the person has everything and yet he is completely detached from the world, from everything, will that attract the love of God? No. Why? Because he has to have bhakti. Detachment alone will not give us the fruit of bhakti. Detachment will not give us devotion. We have to have devotion. With detachment, we must practice bhakti. We must have devotion for God in our hearts to attract God's love. Got the point? So those of you who thought Vairagya will attract God's love, correct it now. No. And those who are doubtful of it, get the answer. Just by Vairagya, from pure detachment from everything you have, you cannot attract the love of God. Bhakti alone. You must, with Vairagya, detachment is a must, but with detachment, bhakti is a must. We must have devotion. We must practice devotion to God along with the Vairagya. Then we are going to attract the love of God. Get that pure bhakti from God. So this is what Bhagwan Ram through Mata Shabri is teaching to us. Jati pati kul dharma barai. Dhana bala parijana guna chaturai. Lekin bhakti hi na narasoi kaisa. Without bhakti, I just told you, without bhakti, all this is of no avail. That person is just like the dry plant, has got nothing in it. No bhakti in him, nothing, zero. That vairagya is absolutely good for nothing, and all the opulences and all the pleasures of the world is good for nothing. Bhakti is the only wealth of wealth. So Bhagavan Ram is talking about this bhakti and telling us, Swarat Sach Jeev ka eha Man Kram Vachan Ram Pad Neha. The true selfishness of every individual soul. Swa means Atma. Atma. Arth means meaning. The true selfishness is the selfishness of the Atma. Swa means soul. The purpose, meaning the purpose of the soul. The meaning of me, of my life, of the soul is only one. Swarat Sach. The true purpose, the true swat, the true selfishness is only one. Jeev ka eha. Man, krama, vachana, ramapada, neha. With mind, with action, and in words. In all these three forms, only devotion to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Ram. That is the only one swat. The rest, all this selfishness that we have and all the swat that we have of everything else is all false. All false. Everything is false. Maya is false, everything is false. It's all delusion. It's all a mirage, that's all it is. Not a reality. Only one swat. Man krama vachana rama padaneha. Man krama vachana chari chaturai और भजता ही कृपा करही रघुराई. मन से, कर्म से और वचन से. With mind, with action and with in words. Chari chaturai. Abandon all your chaturai. Chaturai means cleverness, cunningness. That cleverness which comes with crookedness. Just get rid of it. With mind, in action, and in words. Abhajatahi kripa karahi ragurai. And practice your devotion, and the grace of God will befall upon you. Will come to you. This bhakti, which is the divine bhakti, which comes with the grace of God, will automatically come unto you. If we completely get rid of all the chaturais, all the cleverness, cunningness, crookedness of the heart, with mind, action, and words. Man krama vachana chari chaturai abhajati. Then you do the bhajan. See, we all are practicing bhajan, means bhakti. Even this is known as Shravan Bhakti. You are doing bhakti at the moment. This is known as Shravan Bhakti. And chanting the words of the Lord's name is Kirtanam Bhakti. And most important, with the Shravan of Kirtan, you are doing the Smaran. You are doing devotional practice. But have you taken care of that chaturai of the heart, of the mind? That chaturai in your actions? That chaturai in your words? That is important, and that is of utmost importance. Before even you creep into practicing devotion, mana krama vachana chari chaturai. Then bhajatai, to kripa karahi ragurai. So mana krama vachana chari chaturai or bhajan, this is not a sadhana bhakti. This is the bhakti that we need to practice. And kripa karahi ragurai, this is known as siddha bhakti. This kripa is siddha bhakti that will come to us, that will be showered upon us. We can't do that bhakti. So this bhakti cannot be practiced. And this bhakti will not come on its own. You cannot put efforts to get this bhakti. Practice by putting effort, that's what I mean. Bhakti cannot and does not need any amount of effort. You can do all sorts of things, you will not get bhakti. You will not get bhakti, and it will not come to you on its own as well. So that is why bhakti is said to be not sadhan sadhana. Sadhana means to practice, to put effort, to get something. Can we put in day and night effort and practice bhakti and then get bhakti? No. You can put day and night effort. You get nothing. This bhakti does not depend on any effort. Are you with me? So it says bhakti is not sadhana. And then again Mahaprabhu Gauranga Dev says, sadhan binu sadhya kabu nahi. But again you hear the scriptures saying, the sages saying, the saints saying, that you have to put it into practice. You have to practice bhakti. What bhakti you have to practice? The sadhana bhakti. What is this sadhana bhakti? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaran, three main out of the Navda bhakti. There are many types of sadhana bhakti, but this is the most important, the Navda bhakti. The same with Bhagwan Ram, through Mata Shabri gave it to us. Pratama bhakti santana kari sanga, adusari rati mama katha prasanga, Guru pad pankaj seva, तीसरी भक्ति अमान, चौथी भक्ति मम गुणगण करहि कपट तजगा, मंत्र जाप मम दृढ़ विश्वासा, पंचम भजन सुवेद प्रकाशा, छठम शील विरति बहु कर्मा, निरत निरंतर सज्जन धर्मा, सातम सममोहि माया जग देखा, मोते अधिक संत करि लेखा, आठवा जथा लाभ संतोषा, सपने नहीं देख ही पर दोषा, नवम सरल सब सन छल हीना, मम भरोसहिया हर्ष न दीना. Nagara Bhakti. Three important. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, as I said. And of the Nagara Bhakti, one the most important, Smarana. Smaranam, mind. The mind's absorption, the mind to be immersed in the love, in the devotion of God. Mind. And the helpers are listening about the glories and the pastimes of the Lord that will help the mind to get immersed in love for the Lord, and singing the glories of the Lord's name. That again will help, because when you sing, you'll hear and you'll do the smarana. But the most important is Srimad. But Bhagwan Ram tells here is the same, but he tells it in a different manner. He says, Pratama Bhakti Santana Kaisanga. The devotional practice, it is sadhan sadhya. Bhakti is said to be not sadhan sadhya. When it is said like this, it is that pure devotion. There are two bhaktis. One bhakti that you and I, we need to put it into practice, which is known as practical devotion. And one bhakti that is the pure bhakti, that is the actual true bhakti, that is the divine love devotion. The divya, the prayer, the divine love, it will be given to us with the grace of God. It comes with kripa. That is why he said bhakti is both sadhan sadhya and kripa sadhya. But without sadhana bhakti, without doing sadhana bhakti, without practicing to get our minds totally immersed in love of God, detached from everything else but attached with love in God, without putting this in practice through the Navda Bhakti practices, our antahkaran, our hearts and minds will not get cleansed. The vessel will not become clean. It is full of all might, filth. The ignorance will not be dispelled. The ignorance will not be dispelled. The fear will not be gone. And especially the most powerful fear is the fear of death. And fear of every kind, any kind, it will not be gone. And the darkness of Maya will also not be gone. So, Antahkarana Shuddhi, purification of the heart and mind, will get rid of the ignorance, will get rid of all the fears of every kind, even the fear of death will be gone, and will get rid of even the vicious tentacles of Maya that is governing us. That darkness of Maya will be gone. The tentacles of Maya will be released, and God will take over. By practicing devotion to God, when our hearts and minds become completely pure and clean, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So, this heart and mind, when the vessel becomes ready, that means now there is no Maya, darkness. You are now enlightened with the Swarup Shakti. Swarup Shakti is a divine power. As you continue to practice bhakti, proper bhakti, that as you grow into these good devotional qualities in your heart, then the grace of the Guru, God is not going to do anything. God, via the Guru, is going to work only. Through the Guru, then we are going to receive Swarup Shakti, the divine power. And that Swarup Shakti is going to make the vessel of our hearts and minds, the container, our Antahkarana, ready to receive the divine love. So, practical devotion is only going to make your hearts and minds clean. That's it. Make the vessel ready. It won't lead us to attainment of bhakti. That is why it is said, this bhakti cannot be attained through any sadhana, any effort. Are you okay? Because the bhakti that we do is only going to clean and your hearts and minds and make your vessel ready. It's not going to give you the true bhakti, the divine love of God. No. It will prepare your vessel. And then we kripa, with the grace of God which comes via the saints, now you will receive the actual bhakti. So that is why bhakti is said to be both sadhan sadhya and kripa sadhya. Both. Sadhana bhi karni padegi और कृपा की बात जो होते रहना पड़ेगा. That is why Bhagwan Ramchandra ji says, भक्ति स्वतंत्र सकल सुख खानी, लेकिन बिनु सत्संग न पावहि प्राणी. Without association with the saint, this bhakti is impossible to be attained. Because only through the saint God is going to give you the bhakti. And only that saint is going to also give us the Swarup Shakti. So saint becomes a must in devotional path? Yes. So much so, when Bhagwan Ram was standing right before Maharishi Valmiki, then Bhagwan Ram said, after the dialogue that happened, which I have talked about, Bhagwan Ram said, can you tell me a place in Chitrakoot where along with Sita and Lakshman I can stay for some time? Maharishi Valmiki smiled and he said, जिनके श्रवण समुद्र समाना और कथा तुम्हारी सुभग सरिनाना, भारत निरंतर होई न पूरे, तिनके हिया तुम कहाँ घिया दूरे. लोचन चातक जिनकर राखे. Maharishi Valmiki is saying, the one, that devotee rather, whose ears are like ocean, not rivers and streams. Streams and rivers and like they all get full. Rivers start to get flooded. Ocean never gets flooded. And your glories and your pastimes are like those most beautiful rivers. Uncountable rivers flow those ears, those narrations. They keep on listening to it and they never get satisfied. Their thirst never gets quenched. They're ever thirsty. Come on, more. Come on, more. Come on, more. Unlike us, DDG, time's up. If one of you is not like that, excuse me. Abhi kahan? Where are you? Here Maharshi Bharati Ji is saying to Bhagavan Ram, you are asking for a place to dwell? You already dwell, you have a dwelling place. Where? In the hearts of those saints. Which saints? Whose ears are like the ocean which never get flooded. They want to hear more and more and more. And your glories are like those most beautiful rivers flowing into it. And they remain ever thirsty. Whose eyes are constantly like Chatak Pakshi. Chatak, that red-legged pigeon. Chatak. Chatak bird continuously, without the blink of the eye, keeps on looking for Swati constellation. Awaiting for the Swati constellation rain to fall and to take that drop of water before it falls on the ground. Chatak. On one leg, waiting, looking for Swati Nakshatra. Like that. The eyes are continuously searching for when is my Prabhu coming? When is my Prabhu coming? Continuously the tears are gushing down. In longing, in desperate longing for the beloved. Their hearts are like fish without water. Always desperately awaiting for the beloved. You reside in those saints' heart. Beautiful explanation. It's a big, big description. So, जिनके जिया तुमसे अधिक गुरु को माने. More than you, Maharshi Valmiki is saying to Prabhu Ram, more than you, whose heart falls for the Guru Seva. Who are more devoted to the Guru, whose life, whose breath is all for the Guru, more than you, O Ram, you dwell in their hearts, in these saints' hearts. There's a song that I remember all the time when I say this. भगवान में तुमको खत लिख दी पर पता तुम्हारा मालूम नहीं. भगवान में तुमको खत लिख दी पर पता तुम्हारा मालूम नहीं. Oh Lord, I wrote a letter to you, but I don't know your address. I don't know your address. So what did I do? पुजारी से पूछा एक बार, पुजारिन से पूछा बार बार. तुम मंदिरों में कहीं छुप गए पर पता तुम्हारा मालूम नहीं. भगवान में तुमको खत लिख दी पर पता तुम्हारा मालूम नहीं. धोबी से पूछा एक बार, धोबिन से पूछा बार बार. तुम वस्त्रों में कहीं छुप गए पर पता तुम्हारा नहीं. भगवान में तुमको खत लिख दी पर पता तुम्हारा नहीं. माली से पूछा एक बार, मालिन से पूछा बार बार. तुम कलियों में कहीं छुप गए पर पता तुम्हारा I went to the Panditji. I asked him once, and I asked the Pandit's wife, multiple times. But God knows, you just went and hid yourself in one of those mandirs, murti or somewhere, and I never got your address. Then I went to the Dhobi, the washerman who washes clothes, and I asked him once, and I asked the wife again and again, you went and hid yourself in one of the vastras, one of the clothes, and I never got your address. Then I went to the gardener, who does all these flower gardens. So I asked the gardener once, and I asked the gardener's wife multiple times, but you just went and hid yourself in one of those flowers, and I never got your address. So did I come back like that? I was going to. But then because I was so genuine in my search, your answer came. Your answer came, my Lord. And thank you for that. What was the answer? दुनिया से तो पूछा बार बार मुझसे नहीं पूछा एक बार दुनिया से तो पूछा बार बार मुझसे नहीं पूछा एक बार रहता हूँ मैं संतों के हृदय में ये पता हमारा मालूम हुआ भगवान में तुमको You roamed around and asked everybody but me. The Lord says, only if you would have come to me with your sincere calling, and I have the answer. Here is the answer. The answer is, I live in the hearts of my greatest of the saints and lovers who have attained this. So this is exactly what Maharshi Bhakti is saying to Bhagavan Ram. You are looking for a place to dwell. You are already dwelling in the hearts. That's your place of dwelling. But then both of them smiled, and then on the hills of Chitrakoot, Valmiki Ji showed a place anyway, because this is Ram Leela. So anyway, the thing is, here, Bhagavan Ram is even telling Lakshmanji Maharaj, the bhakti tat anupama sukha mula, lekin mile hi jo sant hoi anukula. Bhakti is the one which has all the happiness, only bhakti. But one has to be surrendered to a saint. One has to be surrendered to a saint. One has to have all the favorable, positive thoughts and devotion towards a saint. Even so much so more than God. And the favor of that saint itself wins the heart of God. Once the saint is happy with the devotee's devotion and seva, God comes running, as I just told you in the beginning. So this is the bhakti. Now who can do this bhakti? As I told you, anybody. Sadhak siddha vimukta udasi kavi kovid kritagya sannyasi jogi sur sutapas jnani dharma nirata pandita vigyani tarai nabinu se ye mama swami ram namami namami namami. Everybody, sadhak, siddh, whoever they are, whether they have attained God or they have not, everybody does bhakti. Everybody does satsang. Remember I told you about how even Bhagavan Shankar went to have satsang with Maharshi Agast. How Maharshi Bharadwaj went for satsang to Maharshi Yagdal. Everybody immersed in bhakti. Some in the perfect bhakti ras, others in practicing the bhakti. But for all this, marg is open. Whether one is detached or one is attached. Whether one is a demon or one is of saintly qualities. Whether one is the lowest of the lowest, like Shabri, or one is of the most highest birth. Bhakti path is for all. And that is why there are beautiful examples in the Ramayan of the greatest of the bhaktas. We'll come to it tomorrow. Here we will end it tonight. बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। बोलिए श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री Once again, my most humble pranams to each one of you, dear devotees, for being here this evening. And tomorrow is going to be Diwali, and day after tomorrow is again going to be Diwali, and I think we are celebrating also some things over here. And I don't know if somebody is going to make that announcement, whether it's going to be tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Sunday. And I'm going to be here till Sunday, so the talks will continue. Please do continue to come and just dive into this, what they say is Ganga, this Bhagavan Charcha, this Ramayan Charcha is the Ganges. You don't have to go to any other Ganges. Just drown yourself in bhakti at the divine lotus feet of God and Guru, and receive as much as you can and start to work on it. So once again, my most humble pranams to each one of you dear souls in this time and age of Kali Yuga. Very rare of you are blessed like you all. You are indeed exceptionally blessed. Otherwise, who would think in this time and age, especially during the office times, like you go to work and come back, some of you straight to the mandir, some of you come back home and come straight to the mandir. I mean, who in this time and age will make this kind of effort and time to come to satsang without Hari Kripa, without Guru Kripa? Punya punja bilu milahina santa, and satsang gati sansriti karanta. Satsang alone brings an end to all kinds of sufferings and even suffering of birth and death. But this satsang comes with great merits and great punyas earned by you in uncountable past lives, and the efforts that you are putting in this life to also do your greatest devotional karmas as well. So once again, my most humble pranams to each one of you. Devotees, before you go from here, do take the aarti. If you have not taken, take a prasad from me. And those of you who have not eaten, you can eat. I guess everybody has eaten, but if you have not, I guess there is some food in the kitchen as well. Yes, you can ask the question after coming with that when I start giving, when you come to me. Radhe Radhe, everybody.
Radhe Didi, thank you so much again. So just the announcement, as Didi was saying, she will continue her lecture. Tomorrow would be another lecture, the same topic, Ramayan. On 1st, which is Friday, we are going to celebrate Diwali. Be here at 6 o'clock. We will be celebrating, we'll be offering Bhog. After that, we'll be doing like Didi's lecture, right after Bhog, and then we'll do Parikrama. Sorry, I take it back. We'll first do Parikrama of Ram, Sita, Lakshman, and then we'll come back here, do Aarti, and then schedule on our TV screens, if not here, but you will see it in on your emails and on the WhatsApp groups. On 2nd, which is Saturday, we'll be celebrating Govardhan that day, Annakoot. Be here at 6 o'clock, we'll offer Bhog, Chappan Bhog to our God and Guru. Radhe Radhe everyone.
Are you done? So fast. I'll go in a second.